And joining us now is Father Scott Haynes, who's the Associate Pastor of St. John Cantius in Chicago. And thank you so much for being with us, Father.
I'm glad to be with you.
I'm part of the Canons Regular of St. John Cantius, and you are involved in the extraordinary form of the Mass. And I wondered if you could tell us a little bit about being involved in that, how you got involved with that, and some of the beauty that you find through it.
Well, yes, our community is fairly unique. It was founded in 1998 by Father Frank Phillips with Cardinal George, who was Archbishop of Chicago at that time. And the community offers both forms of the Roman Rite, what we now call the ordinary and extraordinary forms. In the parish, we offer that each day. We now have expanded throughout the Archdiocese and into other dioceses in our area. And so this is part of the, to show the richness of the faith and of the Church's liturgy as a great gift to the faithful.
And I know some people just, are on one side of what Mass to go, the extraordinary form or the ordinary form. But talk about having both and having the beauty of each and being available to people to.
Well, yes, it's this is sort of a new idea, I suppose, to be able to have these two liturgies shared in one church, offered by the same priest. This was sort of the vision that Pope Benedict had, but as I said, our community began this all the way back in 1998, and so that vision really began with Cardinal Bernardin, who asked Father Phillips, who is pastor at the church, to begin to offer also the traditional Latin Mass, or the extraordinary form as we now refer to this. And so this sort of began organically under Cardinal Bernardin's leadership at that time, and just began to unfold. And then when Pope Benedict issued his motu proprio in 2007, Summorum Pontificum, our community was already living what he had envisioned there. And we approached Cardinal George at that time to see if we would be able to be of service to the Church in the Archdiocese or beyond in offering training for the liturgy, to teach priests how to offer the extraordinary form. And so he approved that, and we began that apostolate.
Do you find people are being more attracted to the extraordinary form, and what have you find through the course of your time spent with it?
Yes, well, we began a website in 2007 called Sancta Missa, which has had millions of visitors since. We offer the website in 2 languages, in English and in French, and we continue trying to work to expand that into other languages. And we have resources already in different languages, but people are very interested. We've had over 2,000 priests have taken training with us to learn how to offer the Mass. We've offered workshops, of course, in the Archdiocese of Chicago, at Mundelein Seminary, at our parish, but also in other places whenever bishops have invited us to their diocese to offer this training.
Talk about the training itself, too. How long would it take for a priest to sort of learn the form, and what is the process?
Well, of course, everyone comes in at different points. They know a certain amount of information. Maybe they're comfortable with Latin, but they just need to learn the ceremony. Others might be the other way around. I guess you could say that every priest that has come has been able to learn. Some within a week are able to do this. Others, maybe they go home and study for a little bit more, but within a month or so they're able to do it.
And I know you had mentioned too when we were talking before some of the books, the Beretta books, I believe, that you offer.
Yes, we also started at that time Beretta Books as a publishing house, especially to make available certain resources which would be necessary in making the training possible, different books and DVDs, musical resources to help to them to learn to celebrate low Mass or high Mass.
Okay, yeah. And if people are interested in that, where would they go or find out more information?
Yes, well, Beretta Books has its own website. We're actually getting ready to launch a new version of the website around Thanksgiving. But you can go to Beretta Books and look for all the different resources on, especially the Latin Mass, but we also offer other books on liturgy devotions, to Our Lady, Eucharistic devotions, sacred music, with a wide range of things that we're offering.
So it's so much great information. Thank you, Father Scott, for being with us and for sharing with us the extraordinary form of the Mass. Thank you.
God bless you.